Welcome to Athens, Georgia. SEC on a Saturday night, 44 degrees. Don't be worried about that little freeze warning. Nearly 93,000 on hand. How long will that 6 be next to Georgia as Missouri comes to town? And with that, we say good evening. A pleasant Saturday night with Brian Griese. I'm Steve Levy. Can you control destiny? No one really knows for sure, but Missouri wins out. They'll likely have a spot in the SEC championship game. Griese, Georgia wins out. They're sitting there with a playoff spot.
Yeah, and just a month ago, everybody was piling dirt on Georgia after they lost to South Carolina, but they've come back. They've gotten better on the offensive side, which they needed to get better. Defensively, we know they were good. But last week against Florida, Jake Fromm and some of these young receivers made enough plays, specifically on third downs, to win that football game. That was impressive. They need to back it up here tonight against Georgia.
Quite possibly this is Jacob Fromm's second to last home game. They got one more date here between the hedges. As for the quarterback from Missouri tonight, here's Todd McShay.
I talked to Coach Barry Odom right before the game, and he really wanted to play Kelly Bryant. Kelly Bryant was begging him to play. Unfortunately, the medical staff just doesn't think it's the right move. He's got a hamstring injury. They're worried that Bryant is gonna, if he plays tonight, gonna wind up being injured for the rest of the season. So if it's not Bryant, then we go to Taylor Powell, a redshirt sophomore who's going to come in, and Coach told me he's got a big arm, he can make all the throws, and he knows he can make all the throws. He's just got to try to temper it.
Tough spot for young Taylor Powell. We're getting set for the opening kick. Molly McGrath on the way. It's Missouri off a bye, and Georgia off the cocktail party victory a week ago against Florida. It is a gorgeous night. Ugga 10 in the house, his house, as we get you ready for Georgia and Missouri. Georgia won the toss, and wouldn't you know they chose to defer Griese to put the kid out there first in front of 94,000 under the lights.
Yeah, it was a nice walk-in for J.R. Reed. It might not be such a nice welcome for Taylor Powell.
Like a gladiator in a Georgia night. Again, you wonder the effects of any letdown for Georgia off the rivalry win over Florida 24-17 a week ago in the cocktail party in Jacksonville. Rodrigo Blankenship kicking away to Tyler Beatty, and we are underway from Athens. Here's Beatty with a nice return.
Defensively, Richard LeCount is a big-time hitter. He's got big speed. He's going to be all over the field.
Here's the throw out to Beatty, trying to take it off the turf. It'll go as an incomplete pass. But here he is, first series of the game. Taylor Powell dumps it underneath the Beatty, and he'll come close to the marker. Be taken down short, give him 8 on the play, needed 9. Tyreek Stevenson, the true freshman, making the stop. It's 4th down.
And that was the right play, the right throw there from Powell. Beatty you're hoping he makes one guy miss and gets a first down, but a 3 and out for Georgia's defense.
Tucker McCann does all the kicking. I mean, kicking off, punting, and place kicking. Got to be the most active right leg in America. From his own 20, Dominic Blaylock is back deep for Georgia from the 22. Still on his feet. And he is brought down on the 40-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt. It's an 18-yard return. Jake Fromm, maybe we see him here on 3rd down and 6. Fromm, sideline, got a man, it's Cager. As scripted. 3rd down and 11 now. Single setback is Swift. And a young star in the making, George Pickens. He's Georgia's number 1, bottom of your screen. Here's Fromm to throw. Coming across the middle, it is Pickens. He flashes some of that star power right away. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, you knew something was coming, huh? You're diagnosing plays now, calling out touchdowns.
When you watch as much film as I watch.
Well, when you watch the film of George Pickens, he flashes. He's got the speed. He was probably their biggest recruit in the offseason because they flipped him from Auburn at the last minute on signing day. He decides to come to Georgia, and he's contributing as a true freshman. Tremendous talent. Gets downfield, and when he gets the ball in his hands, nice job securing it, reaching up for the touchdown, puts Georgia up 7-0.
Gonna throw. Nearly intercepted. J.R. Reed tried to step in front of Okuegbunam. And it's 4th down. And you get the sense Fromm sort of dumbs it down a little bit. Doesn't make the other guys in the room feel bad. Here's Harrion. Got the first down.
This is a great start for Georgia offensively. You know, I think they had some time to kind of regroup after the Florida game, and that was a tough defense. Kirby Smart understood, listen, just get out of there with a win. It don't matter that we only scored 24 points. We just want to win. But this offense needs to continue to grow. They need to continue to get better. Like I said, the last 3 times out, they've only averaged 20 points. So tonight's a great opportunity for them to put their foot on the gas pedal.
2nd and 5. Here's Fromm, great protection. Put some air underneath it. And Cager couldn't haul that one in. Had it in his hands and could not hang on. 3rd down. Cager's going to make that catch, too. 99 out of 100 times. 3rd downs have been the key for Georgia. Last week, 12 of 18 against Florida. 3 for 3 so far here tonight. 3rd down and 5. Pickens is top of your screen. See if Fromm looks that way again. Coming across the middle. No. Tyler Simmons could not come up with it. DeMarcus Acey, the captain of that Missouri defense, had the coverage.
He wanted to go to Auburn, and he flipped on signing day to Georgia.
Jake Fromm looking good early on. Roundtree stopped by Tay Crowder for no gain. Powell, good strong throw, just missed the mark. Missed Tyler Beatty. And it's another 3 and out. 3rd possession for Missouri. And they're about to punt. That's saying something. 3rd down and 3. Protection breaks down. Fromm gonna run for it. It's got the first down and more. Takes a shot up high. He'll get a push from behind. And he's into Missouri territory. It's a 15-yard run. 3rd down and 7 now. At the 44.5 of Missouri. It's Cager, bottom of your screen. Fromm puts some air underneath for it, and it is Lawrence Cager with a catch. Gain of 15, 1st down Bulldogs. Cager took a long and winding and fascinating road to get to Athens. Good protection. Now Fromm runs out of time, and it's Cager on the other side. Final minute of play in the quarter. There's Jake Fromm. Underneath to Pickens. Down to the 20, he's going to be shy of the marker. DeMarcus Acey made sure of that. It's a gain of 4. And there is a flag down.
They got a flag in the area of holding, or hands to the face. But what a great play by DeMarcus Acey.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 90 defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal for digital run. 1st down.
Markel Utze, junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, got flagged. Utze really bailed out Georgia there. Looked like Fromm might have been limping, definitely got up slowly. First down and 10 from just outside the 10, so they can get a first down. Fromm, quick throw. It's Cager to the 5. Gain of 6. Jarvis Ware forced him out.
Well, you know that Missouri is going to play predominantly man-to-man, and they'll switch it up with zone every now and then, but it's going to be predominantly man, and it's going to be Jarvis Ware, who Troy Walters feels is their best cover guy against Cager, and right now Cager's eating him alive.
That'll do it. Quadid, and they are knocking on the door again. Fromm has completed just 5 passes to this point, but 4 of the 5 have been on third down. And here's a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun from the 3. Low snap. Pressure. Fromm off the fingertips. Charlie Werner. Fromm took another hit. So Missouri doing what they can. And this drive stalls out. Blankenship, this is in essence an extra point on the way, and it is good. Rodrigo Blankenship has made his 186 consecutive extra points earlier in the game, and there nails that field goal.
But let's watch them on this drive and watch how much they have to communicate.
First down and 10. Taylor Powell to throw, and completes. Barrett Bannister.
Not yet.
3rd down and 10. Michigan with a bye today. Here's Powell. Pressure's picked up. Now Powell trying to scramble for it. Taking a look around. It's sort of an awkward slide, maybe. Quay Walker, the tackle. It's a gain of 9 on the play, and it's 4th down. First down and 10. 10-0 Georgia, starting from their own 23. Here's Fromm. Under pressure, will be dropped. Taken down. Nick Bolton on the sack. But he was a starting offensive guard in high school. Here's Fromm now to throw. Under pressure again. Nearly taken down. Dumps it off for Swift. And forward progress. It might give him a yard. And an extra shove or 2 on that sideline. Missouri not going away. They don't look afraid here tonight.
No, especially defensively, and why would they? They come in with a lot of confidence, and that time Whiteside got in the backfield. He's not the tallest defensive lineman at 6'1", but he's got quickness. And between Whiteside and Elliott, they feel like they can get some pressure on Jake Fromm tonight, and that time they did.
First 3 and out of the night for Georgia. Camarda back to punt for the 2nd time.
Think twice about rushing the punter with these 2 big guys back here, huh?
That's Ben Cleveland and Jamari Salyer.
Nobody wants to hit those guys.
They didn't pressure him either. Takes a Missouri bounce. So the Tigers will start first down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. So look, he's won at whatever level, but now he's at a different level, and he's playing here in Athens tonight. Again, it's the tight end, everybody's favorite target. Okue Boonham for a gain of 10 down to Molly.
Got those saucer eyes going down there, Molly?
Definitely.
And understandable. Off the play fake. Again, he's had a ton of time to throw. Here's Powell. And incomplete. Might have been out of bounds anyway. Okue Boonham, though, went up high. Monty Rice was running with him on the coverage.
Okue Boonham got away with a push there, too. Rice was in great position. Right there, he pushes Rice down. Surprised that didn't get called, but it was incomplete anyway. Coming down out of bounds. That is the matchup that they wanted. That is in favor of Missouri. Okue Boonham on Rice. Rice is 6'1", and Okue Boonham 6'5", and he's their best receiver.
2nd down and 10. Quick throw and a strong one to Cam Scott. He's got the first down. 2nd down and 7. Number 24 of Georgia. Powell loads up and throws, and it's intercepted. defended. Richard LeCounte down the sideline. He's got blockers in front of him. Richard LeCounte, and he will be taken down. There are no flags. Jonathan Nance, the wide receiver, on the tackle. It's a 72-yard interception return.
Well, the coaches on the sideline may have told Taylor Power, be more aggressive, don't play scared, but you can't force the ball like this. I know you want to get the ball to Okuegbunam, and he tried earlier on the drive, but here he is right here. This is the definition of double coverage. The protection was good. He forces it in, and LeCounte is too good of a football player and a safety to be lax with the football. He will make you pay.
Second interception for Richard LeCounte. Kirby Smart coaches him up really, really hard because he sees a lot of potential in LeCounte, and it pays off there.
Well, and these receivers are having a hard time separating, Todd, from man-to-man coverage.
Bad snap. Fromm will scoop it up. Back at the 30. Crowd not appreciating the treatment by Trey Williams on their star quarterback.
Yeah, this ball comes up to the left there. Remember, it's Cade Mays, not the starting center, Trey Hill. And watch Williams come up and hit Fromm right there in the head.
How about 3rd and 27, Doctor?
Let's get back in field goal range.
From the 35. Throw to Cager. It's caught at the 30. Blankenship has a rocket for a leg, as you probably know. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
I say Blankenship might have liked a few more yards there. I mean, make it a little bit easier, but this is well within his range. The Rose Bowl record holder, 55 yards. I know Rose Bowl records.
Yes, you do. Former MVP of the Rose Bowl, I would imagine you would. 55 is his career long. There's a chippy for him, 48-yard attempt for Rodrigo Blankenship. Out of the hold of Camarda. Plenty good. So George is able to cash in the interception by LeCounte. The 72-yard run back. Drive stalls, some penalties, but they add the field goal. Make it 13-0 for the home squad. Get some pressure. Powell able to get rid of it. And it will fall incomplete.
Number 4, Nolan
4th
Smith
down.
with the pressure. The pass is incomplete.
Nolan Smith had the pressure, nearly brought him down.
Yeah, and Powell is trying to get everyone lined up. You can't hear a thing down here on the field. It's so loud, especially on 3rd down. And it seems like he's in control and knows what he's trying to do, but there's 2 or 3 players almost every single play that are lining up in the wrong spot. So there's a lot of miscommunication pre-snap.
Best start since 1904. Not sure what the playoff committee looked like back in 1904, but it probably was different. Here's Fromm to throw, and airmails it over the head of Dominic Blaylock.
They've come out and competed in this one.
2nd down and 12. Here's Powell from his own goal line, shovels it to Roundtree with some running room. He'll get out to the 18-yard line, pickup of 8. DJ Daniel forced him out. 2 timeouts. 3rd and 3. Looks like they got Georgia to jump. Might be a free play. Why not take a shot? Oh, and the outstretched arms of Cam Scott. Got a hand on it, couldn't get 2 on it.
That's a great job by Powell, recognizing that he had gotten the defense to jump, and Scott has to lay out for this. You have to do everything you possibly can to catch that football for your team and your quarterback. That's poor effort.
5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
3rd down and 11 out of the Mizzou timeout. Still in the ball game here, down 13-0. Final minute and a half. Trying to set up the screen to Beatty, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss. 4th down. See, he was wearing those pink cleats. Wears pink at home, silver bullets on the road. Hashtag respect the specs. Here's Fromm, exactly Grease, just as you suggested, get a big play to Cager for 30 yards, taking virtually no time off the clock.
Yeah, why not put the ball in the hands of your best players, Jake Fromm and Lawrence Cager. It's not man-to-man. Instead, it's too deep, and a great read from Jake Fromm to know how to throw that ball in the hole.
And now Cager is down at the 33-yard line after making that catch.
He took a hard hit from Gillespie, Tyree Gillespie, the safety, and you hope that he just got his wind knocked out of him. Transferred in as well, and I don't think that's the wind knocked out of him, unfortunately. Yeah.
And the reason there were opportunities for Cager and Wolf, really Georgia lost 5 of their top receivers from a year ago. A couple of guys left early for the NFL, Mecole Hardman and Riley Ridley, including Isaac Nada, the tight end, is among their leading receivers.
Yeah.
Actually, Swift, DeAndre Swift, the running back, was their top returning receiver. Of the wideouts, they had just 13 catches coming back. So that opened up spots for the transfers, the graduate transfers.
And that would be a huge loss if they lose Cager. He wasn't moving that left arm at all.
24 seconds left. Here's Fromm. And Pickens went up for it with one arm. Jarvis Ware on the coverage.
Yep, there's that one hand, right?
We mentioned it earlier. The coaches are on him because all these guys want to be Odell Beckham Jr. and make the catch.
Listen, this drives me crazy, okay? It's becoming a problem in football, and Kirby Smart's telling the same thing. Like, listen, you got 2 hands. You know, God gave you 2 hands. Use both of them to go up and catch the football. And Lawrence Cager does it. Follow him. He's the one that leads this unit, and you're right. It's become such a problem with Perkins that they actually tell him to do push-ups when he doesn't go up with 2 hands.
In practice, he's got to do 20 push-ups every time he goes up with a one-handed grab.
Even if he makes the catch.
And only 20 because they need him for the next series.
And that is go up with 2 hands.
And if you do go up with one, you better make the Odell Beckham Jr. catch and hang on. Here's Fromm loading up. Just too far beyond the outstretched arms of Kearis Jackson. He gave you the full effort there.
That was a great route from Jackson and just thrown a little bit too far. Great effort there. Look at he lay out, right? Compare that to Cam Scott on the other side.
No comparison.
Right. I mean, that's how you do it. You give everything and just a little bit too far.
47-yard field goal attempt. Kirby wanted 6. Let's see if he settles for 3 here. Blankenship's on the way, and it just curves in and good, and that'll do it. 0's on the clock. Blankenship connects, and Georgia will go to the locker room with a 16-0 lead.
16-point lead, but the big thing that the Dog Nation is wondering is what about Lawrence Cager?
Send you back to Matt, Joey, and Jesse. Fellas, take it away. You're watching the SEC on ESPN, presented by Hampton, by Hilton. Let's welcome back. Athens, Georgia, Saturday night in the SEC. And the home team, number 6 for now, Georgia with a 16-0 lead over Missouri. And LSU likely needs an opponent in the SEC championship game upcoming as we hit December. But for now, still November with Brian Griese. I'm Steve Levy, and you look at that second quarter. Georgia had just 26 yards of offense, and now their top playmaker, the number 1 go-to guy for Jake Fromm, could be out.
Yeah, certainly a concern because he is their top playmaker, and really they haven't had consistent production from the wide receiver position outside of Lawrence Cager, so we'll see if he's able to come back in this football game.
It's kind of an odd play he got hurt on. Made a terrific catch down the sideline. Check in with Molly, see if she has anything to add on the injury. Georgia doesn't get a whole lot of sympathy from folks around the country, nor would they want it. And the Bulldogs will get the ball first to open up the third quarter. Jake Fromm will start out at the 25-yard line. Here's the play in which Cager was hurt.
Well, that's the first couple of catches. That was in the first quarter. You know, he was making plays downfield, and he was going after where this is the last play he got hurt on, and it's tough to tell what happened. He got up, and then he was walking off, and he kind of caught himself and went back down, and he didn't move that left arm a whole lot. You know, that could be anything. He took a hit in the ribs, maybe, but it's hard to speculate. But he's not out there on the field right now.
6 catches, 93 yards for Lawrence Cager in that first half. From the 25, Fromm on the ground to DeAndre Swift. On first down, he's got first down yardage and running away from people on the Missouri side of the field, and he spins down to the 26.
Yeah, that is not a good sign for Kirby Smart. And Cager, if you go back and look, he did come down on the ground on that left shoulder.
2nd down and 6. Here's Harrion. He's taken for a loss. Nick Bolton, the top tackler in the SEC, for a 2-yard loss. And we wondered all week, Jake Fromm and the trusting of his receivers. There's Cager and who's behind him. And now someone will have to emerge. Someone that Fromm feels comfortable throwing to in a big spot. Like right here, 3rd down and 8. At the 26 of Mizzou. Fromm, left end zone. Looking for Pickens. Jarvis Ware on the coverage. There are no flags.
Boy, you see the speed of George Pickens. He runs right by Ware, but Ware doesn't give up, gets back in there, just gets a hand up. There is no face guarding. Does a great job of recovering from Jarvis Ware.
Here's Blankenship. 43-yard attempt. He made all 9 points in the second quarter on his 3 field goals. 3-time Groza semifinalist. Rodrigo Blankenship, and no good. Missed it to the left. And the score remains 16-0.
We talk about Taylor Powell and how difficult this environment is. He's not getting a whole lot of help from his teammates either.
Georgia rushing just 4. Not going to matter. Powell is dropped for the sack. Azeez Ojulari and Quay Walker combine on the sack.
And there's tight windows. There are some throws to be made for Taylor Powell. He wants to throw this ball out here to Beatty. It's really well covered. The ball should end up coming right here on the shallow cross. It's not a big window, it's just enough, but that's his only throw. That's a tough assignment for Powell to go from 1 to 2 to 3 in this environment.
The 5th 3 and out for Missouri. Tucker McCann punting for the 7th time. Blaylock from the 37. Dominic Blaylock across midfield, little stutter step, and he's forced out on the Missouri side of the field. 43-yard punt, 16-yard return. Hey, Taylor Powell, welcome to the SEC at night. Second down and 7 at the 44 of the Tigers. Off the play fake. Fromm completes to Pickens, and he has first down yardage, gain of 9 on the play. Jake Fromm came in completing 70% of his passes. That improves to 79% off play action right there.
And right there, as I give a compliment to Ware, he's beaten in
I wasn't going to say it.
but you could see, like, he's really worried about the speed of George Pickens. Like, he was much too far off on Pickens, and I think it was because of the way that Pickens ran by him on that previous drive, almost gave up the touchdown.
That's Tyler Simmons, top of your screen. Robertson, they're going to give it to him. Demetrius Robinson. Leaping over a teammate. Crashes down at the 19. Demetrius Robertson, he hopped over Charlie Werner for a gain of 16.
Really nice effort from Warner. You see him come from the opposite side. He just gets a little piece of Josh Bledsoe there. Gets another 8 or 10 yards for Robertson.
Legendary Vince Dooley, the head coach at Georgia from 25 seasons. Won 6 SEC titles in the 1980 National Championship. His son Derek is on the other side of things, the offensive coordinator from Missouri. Then the grandson, JT Dooley, is on the Georgia staff, was a wide receiver on the team last year. Got injured, maybe wants to get in the family business.
That's pretty cool. You know, we were talking with Derek about JT. Unfortunately, he had back surgery this summer, and he's had to kind of hang up the cleats. He was a receiver for Georgia last year, but I think he might have a future here coaching.
Here's James Cook, the ball carrier.
I do know this: at 87, Vince Dooley's not slowing down
Very
at
active.
all.
Yard work every day. Meet and greets, writing books.
There's JT. He signals in some of the offensive plays, so he's working. So that's pretty cool. 3 generations right here tonight.
But he said he couldn't talk to Dad this week. That was the deal.
Yeah, that's a rule. No texting.
All right, Derek says we go dark starting on Sunday of the week we're about to play each other. And so they hadn't embraced. I'm not sure they spoke. We saw the still picture. Maybe they didn't speak. They just shook hands. Maybe a hug. And they'll talk afterwards.
No doubt who Grandpa's rooting for tonight. Derek is on his own.
3rd down and 2. From end zone, knocked away. Trying to go to Eli Wolf. Tyree Gillespie broke it up. That might have been the first time Wolf's been targeted all night.
Yeah, he was wide open. Great play design. It's just underthrown. Here he is right here. He's going to come out. But watch Jake Fromm. The thing that worries me about Jake Fromm, look, this is wide open, right? But look at his feet. He doesn't drive through with his feet on this throw, and that's why it's short. If there's one thing that I see with Jake Fromm that he can get better at, it is really working on his lower body and driving through throws. He missed that one.
And he knows. He knows. 29-yard field goal attempt for Rodrigo Blankenship. Missed the last one and cut that one pretty close. (19-0). Number 6, Georgia. We'll see if Rodrigo has a crack at that tonight.
And you know Kirby Smart's not happy with that. The red zone offense.
Here's Powell in some trouble. Escaped and now taken down. It's Nolan Smith. The sack, loss of 9 on the play. Smith among the top high school recruits in the country a year ago coming to Georgia.
Well, they're just trying to run a rollout to protect Powell from this rush. But you can see the inexperience, right? When you have a rollout to one side, you never, ever retrace and go back the other way because you're not blocked on that side. And there's nothing that Powell can do. It's an easy sack.
2nd and 19. Again, no Kelly Bryant. The hamstring injury did not heal during the week. Throw and catch to Jonathan Nance. Georgia has him as he was the number 1 overall recruit.
But the bottom line, you see the last 3 years they've been top 3 recruiting, and a lot of that has been on the offensive and defensive lines, and that's been, I think, the biggest difference for Kirby Smart. He said we're similar from a skills standpoint.
Beatty trying to cut back, forget about it. Runs in a big 99, Jordan Davis, maybe the biggest man on the field at 6'6". They list him at 330. We think he's closer to 350.
Maybe 360. And you can't move the guy. I mean, he's fun to watch. He really is. He's your classic 3-4 nose tackle, middle of the defense. And you see double teams where he literally just stands right there and doesn't move an inch.
3rd down and 5. Mizzou just 1 of 8 on 3rd down conversion attempts. And that one is dropped. Okui-Boonham couldn't come up with that one. Tyreek Stevenson on the coverage. Looked like a pretty good ball from Powell there.
Yeah, it could have been out on the sideline. Oh, he's already eating. He's not waiting until after the game. What's he eating there, Levy?
Swedish fish, of course.
Oh.
One for me, one for you, one for me.
Look at the steam coming off the big fella. Forget turnover chains. Just get some Swedish fish for the big man.
Georgia's been able to convert on third down to start, but since they started 5 of 6, they failed to convert in their last 7. That's Pickens for the first down.
That's a good sign there for Georgia, getting Pickens involved in the passing game. Jake Fromm anticipating throwing this ball out on the sideline. It's a great ball. He's got to develop. Listen, we don't know how seriously injured Cager is. So Jake Fromm, the rest of this game, if I'm him, I'm using this opportunity to work with these young receivers, give them some opportunities to show that I can trust you. We were talking with him yesterday. He said, there's some of them I can trust and some I'm working with. So use this opportunity.
And no time to wait. They go to Auburn next week. And no sympathy for Georgia anywhere. Here's Harrion. Bowling his way forward, getting a push from his friends. And forward progress will give him the first down. Gain of 11 on the play. 6 yards. 2 to snap it. There's the clap and there's the ball. Fromm zips it in to Matt Landers. That ball comes out, and they're going to say incomplete. Barry Odom's going to be upset again. You see that Missouri sideline, thinking they deserve a better fate on one of those last 2 plays.
Well, this is the inconsistency of these Georgia wide receivers. This time Landers does a nice job finding the hole, getting the football, and he turns upfield, and the ball comes out. He wasn't on the same page with Jake Fromm in the South Carolina game, which led to a big interception in that game. So this is what I'm talking about. It's just the consistency with these receivers of doing the little things, the details right on every single play.
Third down and 9. A bit of a low snap. Swift picks up the linebacker. And Fromm tried to squeeze it in there. And it is Kearis Jackson for the first down. Took it off the grass. 14 yards for the first.
This is really interesting because we're watching Jake Fromm pick a couple of these receivers, right? Watch Jake Fromm here now, okay? He's going to take 1 hitch. He's going to take 2 hitches, and he's waiting to confirm how Jackson is going to come out of his break. You see that? He just had to wait one more second. He wasn't confident until he saw him come out of his break, but he gave him a chance, and Jackson came up with a first down.
See Georgia's offense well below their season average, with still a quarter to play. Here is Swift. Out to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play, and that could very well be the last play of the third quarter. Georgia rushed for just 42 yards in the first half and have about 97 yards rushing this quarter. 3 in the books on a sold-out Saturday night in Athens, Georgia. And the home team would appear to be in command, up 19-0, and with the football driving. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Having a good old time here in Athens, Georgia. Sold out as usual. 93,000 on hand, Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium. After South Carolina won here, their athletic director, Ray Tanner, had to apologize to Georgia officials. Gamecock players were removing pieces of the hedges in celebration after the win here. Can't steal the hedges, man. So we open up quarter number 4. Georgia with the ball and the lead. Flip to Harrion. Down the sideline. Gain of 7. His first down. Bit of a high snap, and Fromm, the throw, end zone. You can see the official had problems getting his flag out. Pickens, the intended target, Ware on the coverage, and the flags were flying.
Yeah, Jarvis Ware is running stride for stride. He just needs to turn back and look for the ball. if you're not looking back for the ball and you have any contact with the receiver.
Pass interference, number 8, defense.
Although it looked like
Penalties
Pickens had the
50 yards
back
from
of
the previous
Ware and was
spot.
pulling him
First
towards
down.
him. Ware was trying to keep his arms off. As I look at this again, I don't know that this is pass interference on Ware. You see the right hand of Pickens.
Pulling him.
Yeah, pulling him into him. That's a tough call for that field judge, but I think that was not pass interference. I think Ware's got a point.
Ware's played a very nice game, as you pointed out here tonight.
We need to keep an eye on that last snap from Jamari Salyer, the third center. He probably hadn't got a lot of reps at center. I know he hasn't got a lot of reps. I watched practice, and he didn't get any reps at center, so keep an eye on these snaps.
Trey Hill and Cade Mays, both injured tonight. Fromm, back for Pickens. Did he come up with that? He did. Touchdown, Georgia. Over Ware again. They'll look at this a few hundred times, but for now, it's a Bulldogs touchdown. And just the second touchdown of the game for Georgia.
We talked about Jake Fromm trying to find some confidence in these young receivers, and as a true freshman, George Pickens has the most talent of any receiver on this Georgia team. It's just the consistency of performance that Jake's looking for. That time he gives him an opportunity to go up and make a play. He goes up with two hands after the conference with Kirby Smart and makes an unbelievable play.
No push-ups this time. What a catch for George Pickens. Second touchdown catch of the night. Georgia will go for 2. Attempt to make it 27-0. And it's James Cook out of the backfield for the score. Jake Fromm, his second touchdown pass tonight, 67th of his career. He ties Eric Zeier for third most in Georgia history.
There are some players that just make everybody better, and Jake Fromm is the quintessential leader on this team that just makes everybody better. You're telling me no cager, okay? No starting center, no backup center. We got replacements all over the field here, and all he does is raise the level of play of everybody on the field. That was all Jake Fromm. The placement of this throw, the confidence that he's showing in these young players, first to a true freshman, and then he comes back to a sophomore in Cook. Seeing these guys grow up tonight.
Little feel good for Georgia, and that is the first touchdown since the opening drive of the game by the Bulldogs, Todd.
And get there. This defense is fashioned just like Alabama's defense, and we saw what happened to them today.
Try to go to Albert O. Kui Bunam couldn't haul that one in. And it's another 3 and out.
But I think this Georgia defense is a better version of Alabama. It's the same style, but I think they've got better players, more experienced players right now on this Georgia defense than they do at Alabama. And to me, it starts in the secondary with Reed and LeCount. Those two guys really have played at a high level this season for Georgia. What about the red visor? That just doesn't seem to fit in there.
No. Hey, I'll wear the red visor tonight. It's 3rd and 11 now.
Get back to the game.
There's some pressure coming from Missouri. Fromm lost one, got a man middle of the field. Who else? It's George Pickens for the hat trick. 3 touchdown catches. That one for 68 and the score. And it's all Georgia now. And there is a flag down way back at the 30-yard line.
Formation. 5 players in the backfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
All for naught. Coming back.
Boy, Jake Fromm did everything there. He got the protection lined up. I think they're going to call it right here on the tackle. But he got everything picked up protection-wise. He had the perfect play call to Pickens down the middle, all for naught.
And the thing that's so impressive, I know it's a penalty and they're walking it back, but just watching him manage inside the pocket. Feeling pressure on the outside as a quarterback, you got to climb the ladder, you got to get get up. That's what he does. He trusts his protection. He knows when there's pressure coming, and he just kind of has a sense about it. It's very unique for a young quarterback.
Todd, that was Pickens who was supposed to be on the line of scrimmage because the tight end was off, and when the tight end's off, one of the receivers to his side need to be on the ball. So that just goes to show you pull your hair out with these young guys.
Here's Fromm. Looking for Robertson there, and it's incomplete. Connor Bazelak is a true freshman from Dayton, Ohio, and one of the great compliments from the coaching staff says he's got the best arm on the roster. Can make every throw. Got the best arm of the quarterbacks right now. We'll see if we get a look at that here tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly a good place to start with a good arm. Now you just got to learn what to do.
Oh, that's it. That little thing. Beatty going nowhere. Maybe backwards even.
Yeah, and if I'm Barry Odom, I'm taking Beatty out of this game. I mean, he's one of your top playmakers. He and Albert Okuigbunam, and you don't want to lose either one of those guys. And you might lose this battle, but you don't want to lose them for the war either.
And along those lines, Grease, I get the sense that Kelly Bryant was pretty close to going, but they didn't want to risk him for the rest of the way. So maybe they sacrificed this one, a game they probably weren't going to win anyway, for games down the stretch, Tennessee and Arkansas, that they might be able to win.
Well, I talked to Barry Odom before the game, and he, of course, didn't say that. He's a competitor just like everyone, but he said multiple times that he just had to talk his quarterback out of it, basically. He's like, I have a medical staff, and they said he's not ready to go, and I've got to trust him. But boy, Kelly Bryant really wanted to play and was begging me to be on this field. But it's the right thing for the young man, and it's the right thing for our program for the rest of the year. We just don't want to lose him for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Taylor Powell was 10 of 22, 84 yards, and threw the one interception early.
Yeah,
that's a ruling
crazy
on their appeal, which is seemingly, well, not just seemingly, actually been going on forever. So we approach 9 minutes left in the fourth. Dump it off to Beatty. He's across midfield. Has the first down yardage.
Come down. It's just whether they accept the appeal and take away the postseason ban.
Hard hit. Dominic Jacinto, his first grab. Here's the 11th play of the drive coming up. Down the sideline, Jalen Knox targeted for the first time tonight, I believe. DJ Daniel, the coverage for Georgia. So that's 7 to go.
That's an example of a young quarterback right there, reading the receiver, right? When he's not beyond the corner, you need to throw it on the back shoulder. And so right when he gets to this position right here, you got to say, okay, well, I got to throw it on the back shoulder and not down the field. And that's just experience. And there's no way to get that timing down without actually having the reps. So this is good for Bazelak to get some live game reps in this situation.
Third down and 10. Caught. Barrett Bannister. And a host of new names are being introduced for this Missouri offense. This now their deepest penetration into Georgia territory as they have the ball at the Georgia 16. Downing the ball carrier to the 10. And now cracks down inside the 5-yard line. These Georgia fans, they certainly want to see a shutout, but a real sense of pride has been not allowing a single rushing touchdown all season.
You got 12 men on the field on that last play. I think they're just going to decline it, take that run, and have first and goal.
Fraction defense had too many players on the field. The penalties declined, result of the play is a first down.
Well, and you know that Missouri wants to get some points on the board, and after scoring 4 rushing touchdowns in this game a year ago against Georgia, you would anticipate that they're going to try to run this ball in too. They're bringing in the heavy package. Both tight ends are coming in.
And if you watch Kirby Smart on the sideline, nobody on the field wants more than him.
And all the starters still in there on the Georgia defense. On the ground, Downing. Won't get there. Stopped at the 2.5. Second and goal.
They did bring 2 starters back into the game. They brought David Marshall and Jermaine Johnson off the sideline when the substitutions came in. So There's no question they want to keep these guys out of the end zone on the ground.
Of the previous 8 meetings all time, Georgia and Missouri, Bulldogs able to shut the Tigers out twice. 2 of the previous 8. See if they keep them out of the end zone here. 2nd down and goal. And a timeout.
Yeah, Barry Odom called the timeout. And if you ever wanted to score a touchdown, which I know Barry Odom does, play action would be the right time right now, right?
We'll watch for that when we come back. Back in Athens, take a look at our Buick Drive recap. Missouri on the move here.
Yeah, young true freshman Connor Bazelak with a couple of good throws, conversions on 3rd down. That one to Barrett Bannister, and now they are knocking on the door here. Can they punch it in and end the streak of no rushing touchdowns on Georgia's defense? They got the big back in there, Dawson Downing, at 225 pounds.
So you're calling for play action here, huh?
I'd play action to Okuegbunam.
2nd and goal. Again, Georgia has yet to allow a rushing touchdown all season. Handed off. Dawson Downing not going to be this time either. Monty Rice for a loss.
It's Monty Rice. Here he is right here. He's just going to come off the edge. Tim Lanning, their defensive coordinator, deciding to bring pressure, and that not only does that keep him out of the end zone, but now it puts them in a situation where they almost have to throw the football to get it in on 3rd down from the 5.
Might be the loudest this crowd's been all night.
They want the shutout. 3rd and goal from the 5. To throw for it. Back of the end zone, off the fingertips of Jonathan Nance. And into some hedges. And it's 4th down.
That's a good throw from Bazelak. He gave him a chance. Would have been a tough catch for Nance, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down, obviously. I'm surprised they didn't even have Okuegbunam in the game on the last snap. He's back in there now. They've got 3 wide receivers to one side of the field, and Okuegbunam is by himself at the top of the screen up here.
Man, this shutout's important to Georgia. You can tell. Up 27-0. 4th and goal from the 5. Bazelak to throw for it. One-handed, and Jacinto can't come up with it. Mark Webb had the coverage. And they'll turn it over on downs. And the goose egg remains on the Missouri side of the scoreboard.
Well, Jacinto had a chance at it. I don't even know if he could have got 2 hands. We talked a lot about receivers getting 2 hands up tonight. And I think he needed to go with 1 hand just to be able to get a hand on the ball to try to bring it back down and make that catch. Would have been a spectacular catch, but give credit to this Georgia defense. They have come out. They have played excellent football all night long. I love the sideline antics of Kirby Smart. He's got all the body movements going. He just loves to play. He loves to coach and loves to win. And you can tell every single time he comes out.
In Atlanta, meaning they wouldn't have to get on a plane until the championship game in New Orleans. That's clean living right there. Here's Zamir White. The chance of Zeus. Right. James Cook. That's Dalvin Cook's kid brother. Dalvin Cook having an impressive season. This season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. We thank you for that, Allstate. Some people have Dalvin Cook in the MVP conversation. The Vikings having a great year.
Ahead of Christian McCaffrey?
I'm just saying he's in the conversation. There are a lot of players in the conversation. Sup, Lo?
What are you referring to?
20 seconds left. Good throw and a catch. Barrett Bannister on the receiving end, gain of 8. Final 12 seconds of the game. The 9 meetings all time between Georgia and Missouri. This will be the 3rd time the Tigers have been blanked. One last hard hit to send Missouri packing. Georgia was not at their best in the first half. Came on in the second half. Lost some key players to injury. And in the end, still pitch a shutout to the tune of 27-0. That's the final score between the hedges. From producer Josh Hoffman, director Mike Schwab, Todd McShay, Molly McGrath, Brian Greasy, and our entire crew. I'm Steve Levy. Send you to Roy Philpott, Kelly Stouffer, Lauren Sisler, Wyoming, Boise State. More football, please.